Hello. So this video may seem a little like a reveal, but I have not done this before, or I've not spoken what I'm going to speak in this video before, at least not this way. The thing is, people talk, okay, you would need to read the description below the video to get better context. But there is a person who said the medium is the message. Yeah. And I've been saying, I've been working with life as the mother of all media, of all media. So we have, say, videos, we have audio, we have digital surfaces, we have paper, different kinds of media. And I've been saying life is the mother of all media because people also talk in terms of muse. Yeah, there's a muse that then inspires them to, say, create a song or make a movie or write a story. And life has been slightly vague. We haven't been able to really define life like something that you can touch, feel, tangible. But we all have life. We all have a life. We're all part of life. Earth has been holding life, has been having the substance to hold life, and we're all emerged from different cycles of evolution. Yeah, from Earth. And having said that, water has also been said to be the elixir of life. The kind of water found on Earth is not found on other planets, which is also one of the reasons why we haven't yet found life like on Earth. And people have been looking for signs of life since some time, or to find another planet like Earth. Now, having said that, I facilitate health from a biodynamic perspective, clinical health facilitation. And life is a concept, a medium that as I was studying as a student in body intelligence, it was called body intelligence trainings earlier. Now it's called body intelligence. And they facilitate biodynamic craniosacral therapy. That's where I did my foundational course. And I did a few courses after that to specialize into some more fine details. And as a student, at some time during the seminars, during the intervals, I was sitting and I was thinking, I've been getting familiar with this thing called life. And it's like I'm very close to, I may be able to feel life, I may be able to touch life. And I was always relating to it. It's like around me, it's just here. I can feel it. It's somewhere there. It's there. And over time, as I graduated from the school, and one of the things I did when I graduated during the graduation ceremony is that I did a deep bow. They gave me a candle, a big white candle with a blue ribbon. It's a ceremonial, symbolic, significant. So I was holding that, and then I did a deep bow to life and to do whatever it takes to do the right things. Yeah, to do the right things by life. And I keep doing that. It's more like a deep bow to life. Japanese have this idea of a kowtow, but when there's a reverence to it. So it's kind of like every time I do that, I'm kind of reinforcing my Hippocrates oath, so to speak. I was not required to take the Hippocrates oath then because that was not part of the ceremonies. That was not part of how things showed up. We had to still figure it out. So it's a different method of learning, teaching. It's a different method of medicine. And so we call it the breath of life. So those kind of thought lines. And over time, I've been having this sense of life as a mother of all media. Since then, I started practicing health clinically. And I've been looking at life from different perspectives. There is allopathy, homeopathy, Ayurveda, different fields of medicine. And each of them look at the human body from their own perspective. And everybody have their own version of what life is. And I discovered there's this movie, Doctor Strange series, where they're talking about, rupturing the fabric of time space to move between spaces. And I was thinking, interesting. And as I've been facilitating health clinically, I've been thinking, I'm healing the fabric of time space. I mean, literally, that didn't quite make sense. I mean, I had the sense that I'm healing the different stories, different factors, elements, and life has been showing up to the point that it seemed like I'm acing the human race. Like compassion and human beings exist in the life in the multiverse and those kind of thought lines. So I've been talking in terms of healing the fabric of time space. And the stories improve, and then relationships and entanglements between relationships, emotional content, spiritual, humanity cross boundaries, several kinds of things, to the point that I was thinking that I'm acing the human race, and my work is about enlivening life in the multiverse. Then I discover mythology, discover Pandora's box, where there's a story that says hope is like a firefly, yeah, that emerged last from Pandora's box. And so all these thought lines are there. Yeah, it's like historically never happened, like new. And so what I'm saying is not making sense to people because we are not used to thinking these ways. Yeah, I happen to see all of this, and it's like there's this light, and if I don't hold on to the light, there is nobody holding on to it. So I'm speaking stuff and I'm developing stuff, and I'm calling it as original humane intelligence facilitation. That's like going right above. Yeah. And then I discovered the Doctor Strange series, where this, rupturing the fabric of time space, quantum mechanics, and quantum jumping, and all kinds of things are happening. And it's like a tire gets punctured, and you got to regularly repair it. So that's also healing the fabric of time space, where life, the fabric of life, that's kind of clear. That's kind of like a fish in the water. You can't see water. So life is like the water. And there's a fabric, there's a substance to it. Otherwise, it's like a bubble. Like you put detergent in the water, you kind of stir it, it forms bubbles, foam. You touch it, yeah. But for the substance of life to be firm enough, such that somebody is not going to just push it anything and then go pluk. No. And it gets a little odd because there has been this idea of the Big Bang, and then there's been the idea of five major Big Bang events. Yeah. And it seems like the universe, multiverse, has gone through these five kinds. Yeah. There's this idea of Shankar and Shakti, Dev and Amrita. Yeah. So there are several of these combinations, Shiva, Sati, many, Adam and Eve, for example. Yeah. Many such stories about these complementary Isis and Osiris, where Loki has been trying to bring these two together since some time, and all of these stories. So there are these mythological stories and what it takes to actually keep it together. Yeah, because there have been several events, and over time I came to think that a family is a lot of oddballs keeping it together under one roof. Yeah, and over time I discovered we are like many universes under one roof, and each have their own composition and how-tos, and they may not exactly agree with each other. Yeah, they may be having these kind of relationships where one came from one event, another one came from another event, and all got to keep it together. Yeah. Oh, okay. And they also call it Ashtanga Yoga. Incidentally, I live in a family where there are 8 members. Yeah, and each of them have their own composition. And pretty interesting dynamics. Yeah. To the point that I'm writing a book about a person is the smallest unit of a society. And they say Ashtanga Yoga, you got to keep at least 8 facets together within you to have to continue to keep bringing things together. Yeah. Without it going too much like this, because they're called fusion and fission reaction. This also causes reaction, this also causes reaction. Just enough, like namaste. Yeah. Huh? full, oh, yeah, no, no. That takes a little bit of just enough. Yeah, so nice, bounce, 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 bounce. Yeah, nice fabric. Otherwise, it could be like glass and could hit you. Yeah, the bubble is like glass, could hit you. Or if it's too soft, there is nothing to, it doesn't have substance enough to hold you up. And earth has substance, yeah? Bounce, bounce, soft. So that takes some work. Otherwise, you get old. Your body becomes old and cranky, creaky, like arthritis and stuff, osteoporosis, not good. Or too soft. Yeah, your bones, you don't want to become like cartilage. So like oak and the willow, strong and supple, very nice. So I'll leave this thought here and I will leave some text beneath. So you have some context from which I'm speaking. And that's part of the book that I'm kind of tentatively calling as Who's in My Room. Yeah, that will make some sense. I have not released that material because I just wrote it today. I mean, that part. I've been updating that content little by little over months, since some years. Yeah, I'm still working on it, but I wrote something here that might give a little more perspective because I've had the indication that I should speak more about my work because now we are more readier to pay attention in terms of these details. Because the fabric of time space has been healing since some time. Life as a medium. And I've been talking about plain air, like painting people. People go out in the, say, scenery space, yeah? And then they draw on a canvas. And our body, like fish painting on the water, yeah? Not with the brushes and all that, but by just being fish and by breathing and just being alive, it's painting a story on the water. Painting images like watercolor, but the body itself is like lots of brushes, and you don't even have to move a muscle, then you're painting. Now, the fabric of time space will have to heal enough to have a substance to hold the stories. Otherwise, it will be a ruptured story. Yeah. So the fabric of time space has been healing since some time, but also by the work that I've been doing, to the point that I can talk about plain air painting. And people are studying earth, water, fire, spirit, space, and they're saying, we are seeing faces and we're seeing patterns. So the fabric of time space has been healing since some time, and life has been enlivening since some time in many ways. People are doing ecological projects, movies, thought lines, muses. Their ideas have been getting quite interesting, yeah, more substantial. So things will get more clearer. But this video has content, has thought lines to be thought about. And then I'm in different stages of teaching what I'm doing with our body as the clock, but also the fabric of time space, like me and you composite. Like Who's in My Room has some ideas. The me as a person, invisible person inside, and you with your body also as a substantial, tangible you. You don't have a relationship with you or with another person or with, say, a phone, with a chair. Yeah, it's more like shelf life. How long will they stay? So when you're related with all that there is, in a human way, where the subject and object is related, you're not quite jailed. You're, when subject and object agrees, a sentence is complete. Now, the sentence could be a life sentence, yeah, that could jail you or could free you. And you can regularly update your life sentences so that you're growing healthier, wealthier, wiser. That takes subject and object agreement. The grammar of life, the grammar, math, it's also called the gematria, where there's alphabets and numericals and so algebra, arithmetic, some geometry, so we can measure our placement in the whole scheme of things in a more humaner way, in a more way that makes sense. Yeah, where things are not just one inside the other and then a little confused and more figured out. Yeah, so the pathematics and mathematics is more clearer. And our metabolics, from problems in mathematics and mathematics, solving, resolving. So as we're coming to better compositions, the metabolic, let's metabolics. Healthier metabolism would be how we can go beyond lifestyle diseases. Poor metabolism has been related with lifestyle disease. So when we have a metabolics more better, it becomes easier for us to go beyond WHO's global list of diseases, at least. We also have economic challenges, wisdom challenges, health, wealth, wisdom. So premium health, wealth, and wisdom at affordable price is what maritime intelligence. I call it MIT, MIT, short. Civil. Over iterative improvement of internal redistribution of units. So we are coming to better composition, iterative improvement of components, or matter plus energy composite. Me, ME, is matter plus energy composite. So as me improves, you also improve. Yeah. So people keep asking, what's in it for me when you want to buy something? You should also be asking in terms of what's in it for you, where you are all part of the market. And we all keep looking at how to add value to you, many forms of you. Yeah, so how many people are benefited? So much is the value of what you create from me in my room. So who's in my room also depends on the reflections on the world outside in our internal space, internal landscape. But that's also how Prakriti is related to Purusha. So that gets a little complicated. So I will just pause now. I'll leave the content, what I've kind of come up with, in the description. Do read and do let me know. Do contact. Do sign up on the link that I put up on the description. Yeah, that's where things get better. You begin to start writing your stories better, your relationship with reality better, many fine details. Thank you so much for your kind interest. Good day.